If you're applying for probate in BC, the law says you need to tell certain people beforehand. It's called giving notice. To do this, complete the court form P1, Notice of Proposed Application. Attach a copy of the will when you send the form out, and when you're done, mail or deliver it to those required. The P1 form is fairly simple to fill out. First, you'll need to plug in basic information about yourself, like your name and your address. If there's more than one person applying, you fill out the details of the other applicant in this box. An example of when this might apply is when the will names 2 or more co-executors who will be acting together. If you're the only executor, then you can hit this delete button. Indicate the number of signature lines you'll need. In this example, I'm the only person applying, so I'll type in 1. Next, fill in your address for service. This is the address at which court documents will be delivered to you, so make sure it's an address that you have regular access to. This is normally a residential or a business address. You can choose to include a fax number or email address if you'd like as well. Here you pick which probate registry you're filing with, as well as the type of grant you're applying for. In this case, it's a grant of probate, so I'll choose that option. Next, you'll need to fill in some details about the deceased, their name, their address at the time they died, and the date of death. Lastly, indicate the date that the deceased made the will. This is important because anyone receiving the notice will want to know what version of the will you're proposing to probate. If you're applying as an administrator and there's no will, there's an option you can choose for that too. Once you're done, click the Preview and Sign button. Now, here's what the page will look like when you print it out. You'll see that this first part now reflects the information that I've just filled out. Imagine I'm a person who's receiving the notice in the mail. I can see that the document is telling me that Sam Sanchez is applying for a grant of probate in relation to Lisa Lopez's estate. I'll just scroll down here. Let's stay in the shoes of a person who'll be receiving this. I open the envelope, and on the first page here, I see a numbered list of things that Sam Sanchez is notifying me of. For example, at item 5, I'm being told I can consult a lawyer about my legal rights. Now I'll scroll down a little further. If you're the person filling out this form, your name, address, and signature will be here. This means that the people receiving the notice have your contact details. Once you've reviewed the form, you're ready to print it. Sign and date it, and then send it to each person that requires notice of your probate application. Note that there's some timing you'll need to pay attention to. The law says you have to deliver the notice at least 21 days before you submit the probate application to court. This gives anyone who's received notice the chance to dispute your application. A common question is, do I have to get confirmation that people received the notice? The answer is usually no, not if you sent it by mail or delivered it in person. If you sent it electronically by email or fax, then you do need to get written confirmation that they got it. Not sure who to give notice to, or do you simply want to learn more about filling out this form? Visit our page Probating a Will at peopleslawschool.ca. We explain the probate process in detail, including who the law says you have to give notice to. We also have more detailed information on how to fill out the common probate forms.